back to the start of my Disney pin series. Last week I posted a video about my Tangled collection, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out because that's the official start, but this is, I guess that's the unofficial start, but this is the official start of my Disney pin series. We are doing one video a week for my pin collection up until the Disney College program, because that is what I did 2 summers ago. So of course we're gonna copy everything that I did from 2 summers ago. We are going to go through all of my pins this summer, and by the end of it, the last video will be the Disney Pin Tag 2.0, where we will go back and do some of my favorites and how I got started and all of that fun jazz. I have my blue binder, very original name for it, and if I can darken the brightness here, you guys can see this is how I keep track of all of the pins that I have. It is color coordinated by each pin binder and what's on each of the pages and how many, and then there's a total per each of the books. Since I did this last, if you can see, let me dampen the brightness just a little bit lower. Since I last did the Excel spreadsheet, I got more pins, so then I just go on the side of it and write it down, and I'm too lazy to go on the computer and edit it until there's like a bunch of scribbles on the page. So let's take this back up. Yay. Okay, so today we are exploring the blue binder, and the blue binder has Disney Channel, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, and some other random stuff. I would like to start by saying that I am a huge Disney Channel nut. High School Musical is my jam, Hannah Montana is my jam, Jonas Brothers are my jam, and other random stuffs are my jam on Disney Channel, so I have a whole 2 pages dedicated to Disney Channel. So as you can see, I have a bunch of High School Musical pins on my page. I got these 2. These are Disney soda fountain pins, and they came from California for when the High School Musical 3 came out. I am missing the Troy and Gabriella pin. I have been trying to search for it for literally ever, and I have not been able to find it. But these are, see the back, limited edition of 300, and I paid $3 for this one and this one. $3 each. Some lady was selling them on Facebook, so of course I snatched them up right away. As for the rest of the High School Musical pins, I bought this one, I traded for this one, I bought that one, traded for that one. My mom got me that one. I found Chad in Epcot, and then I found Troy and Gabriella when we went in 2009 to my cousin's wedding down in South Carolina at Hilton Head Disney. I believe I traded for this one. My mom got me this when 2008 was, I think, the end of 6th grade, 7th grade, so that's when my mom got me that pin. This pin I remember I got off a cast member working at the Mara in Animal Kingdom Lodge. She was one of those line greeters that stood at the front of the line and handed out menus to everyone. Don't remember I got any of these. This one I think I got off of Kingpin, and if you guys don't know who Kingpin is, I have him in one of my vlogs, and I will link that vlog down below for my college program. This one I got off of cast member on Main Street, USA, back in the day. Honestly, this was probably like 4 years ago I got this pin, even though Sweet Life has been out since like, 2006 maybe. I got this a couple years ago. My dad's friend's daughter got this pin for me. She traded for it, found it on a pin board. And then I traded for this one, and then I got this one off a person from Instagram. This next page features Jonas Brothers and High School Musical, Jonas Brothers and Hannah Montana, as you guys can see. So these 4 pins were a booster set back to like 2008 when Jonas had their own show called Jonas, and I actually traded for all 4 of these. I didn't have to buy the booster at all. Traded for this one. This one came off of Kingpin also. I bought that one. I believe I traded for all of these Hannah Montana pins, to be completely honest. I think, I think I bought this one, and my mom bought me this one, but I think all of the rest of them were traded for. This one I will come back to as soon as I explain all the rest of them. Camp Rock, I bought this one was Camp Rock 2, but I traded for this one, the first one. And then I traded for that one, and then I bought this one because this one had Perry, and I wanted one with Perry. And then this one was a box set, which had Doofenshmirtz in all of the countries in Epcot, but clearly I don't have all those pins, so I don't know if I'll ever complete that set, but they're there. So let's come back to this Hannah Montana pin. So this one is probably my top like 5 pins in my collection that are my favorites. So this one I traded for when I was in Splash Mountain gift shop. So as you can see, it is a cast member exclusive and an opening day from April 10th of 2009, which was when the movie came out. So cast member only means that this was sold most likely in Company D. And if you flip it over, it says Walt Disney World Cast Exclusive, limited edition of 750, and it is from 2009. So this is one of my most favorite pins in my collection. I can't like explain it, like this is like holy grails of pins for me at least. Moving on to one of my next pages. This is obviously Alice in Wonderland, and when I was younger I used to love the Cheshire Cat, and Alice in Wonderland was one of my favorite movies, and I just loved it so much that it just became one of my collections. So these 3 pins were new. I got them all on my college program. I bought this one when it was in the store, but then once this one sold out, these 2 went to Cast Connections, and I bought these there, so these were discounted when I bought them. This one was brand new. I got this in January or March of 2017 is when I bought this pin. This pin I traded for when we went to Le Cellier in Canada back in the day, way back in the day. A lot of these are just hidden Mickey pins and starter pins. This was actually one of my favorite pins in my collection for a while. And then these are a booster set. When I used to trade pins back in the day, we would get them from eBay. We would get lots, and we were very careful of who we got them from. Mostly we got real pins, so thankfully on that. And these 4 pins came with one of the lots, so I was very lucky and I just kept them all. And then these are tricky because there's 2 sets of these. There's one set from one year and one set from another year. I don't remember what year, so I apologize on that. But one of the sets is most of these, and then the other set is, I believe, the Cheshire Cat with one of the other characters. And then it's Alice, the Mad Hatter, the Queen of Hearts, and the White Rabbit. And I do have those pins. I don't know where they are. Great. I thought I stuck them in here, but I didn't have enough room, so maybe I just left them on my pin board in my room. So I do have them though, I promise. So that was one of the sets I've been wanting to complete for years, and I finally found someone selling them on Facebook, and I was like, yes, I will take those. I remember I got this Tinkerbell off a cast member who was standing outside of One Man's Dream. Of course, this was back in the day, and some little girl just traded it to her, and I was like, yes, I will take that. Then this one I got at one of the thrift stores, or the antique stores in my hometown, and it actually comes from Tokyo, I believe. So that's really cool. Might be Hong Kong, I'll check in a second. Of course, the babies here, and then these are hidden Mickeys or cast member exclusives. Cast member exclusives came before hidden Mickey pins, until they rebranded in like 2006, 2007, 2008, roughly around there. So I don't remember what year these are from, actually. Just let me check here. But I had Wendy and Nana I traded them off of some cast member. And then actually when I went pin trading with my ex-boyfriend, back in the college program, we were trading mystery pins, and the cast member had 2 mystery pins. So I traded for one, and it was something weird, and then he traded for this one, and I was like, I'm taking that from you because that's my collection. So these are Cast Lanyard exclusives. So Cast Lanyard are before hidden Mickeys. They're essentially the same thing, but then this one, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says 2005, or does it say 2006? Oh, I'm sorry, it says 2006. My bad, I can't read either. And then you guys can see from the close up, it has a hidden Mickey on it as well. This one actually comes from Disneyland Paris, and then this one is also a hinged pin. What's weird about this one is it doesn't have the official Disney stamp on it, it just has the copyright. And it says Tokyo Disney, so I'm sure it's real. It just might be super old that it doesn't have the year on it. Or it might be super new, who knows? Then also these dies came from the Year of a Million Dreams, which I believe was in 2005. I'm not taking them out of my pin book to show you. But what was the story with that was cast members would hand them out. So there would be 2 pins of the same one on the card, and it would be like 1 for you, 1 to trade. So mostly I got these off of Lanyards, and then one time when I didn't have any pins to trade, one of the cast members took the pins out of the drawer and goes, here, you have 1 to trade now. So then I had 2 extras because I already had the 1. So that was really cool. Okay, so this is the last page in this pin book. And this is kind of one of my miscellaneous pages where I don't have a lot of everything, so I just kind of piled them all together. So we have Sword in the Stone, Winnie the Pooh, Pinocchio, Aristocats, and then Mary Poppins, and then a Scrooge McDuck and a Ludwig von Drake pin. So I had 2 other Aristocats pins, but I ended up trading them to some lady who collects Aristocats, and I ended up trading them for something that I needed, and I could not tell you what I traded them for. But if you want to see what those other 2 pins were, I will link my old Disney pin list in the description, and it will be the blue binder. So you guys can go check those out if you're really curious. This one is one of my favorites in my collection. I'm not a huge fan of Pinocchio. I cannot tell you the last time I saw the movie, but I just think this pin is super cute. This one is a limited edition. This one is Madame Mim, and I'm not going to take it out of the pin book because I do believe it has a wobbly back, so I don't want to risk it being broken. But this one is a limited edition. This one is a Hidden Mickey series. It might be cast Lanyard actually. And then these are older ones. I'm going to point the camera down just a little bit. So this one has a year 1961. This one does not have, this one does have a year, it's 1947. And that just, I believe, signifies when the character was made. I don't believe that is actually when the pin was made because pins weren't made back in the 1940s. I don't think pins were a thing until the 90s. So this pin, Alex, you're gonna kill me because I didn't think I had Mary Poppins, but I totally did. And Alex wanted this pin, and I had to order it from Paris for him. So I'm sorry I had it before you. I forgot. But this comes from Paris, and Paris is so weird. Paris just has really, really, really cute pins, and maybe when I'm really bored I can take out all of my pins and show you all of my Paris pins, but that's probably not going to happen, so I'm just going to tell you all of my Paris pins when we come across them. This one I believe comes from the Broadway musical, and this one I believe comes from the Broadway musical as well. And I do believe this one is a series, but this one also has a wobbly back, so I'm not going to take it out. But this one is a limited edition as well. Well, that is it for my blue binder of Disney Channel, Hannah Montana, and Alice in Wonderland, and Peter Pan, and some other random pins. I hope you guys enjoyed my collection. As far as I know, or we'll say the last time I updated this, I had 172 pins in this pin book. So, like I said, once we get to the end of the series, I'm going to recount them. I'm going to do it on camera for you guys, and we will take a journey to see how many pins that I actually have. So, go ahead and leave a guess in the comments as to what the exact number is. I don't know if any of these numbers are correct, so if you want to go by this, you can, but I would just take a guess, because going through frame by frame and counting all of these pins, I wouldn't do it. I feel like Nate and Disney, I feel like you would do that, but I'm not going to do that myself. So, thank you guys so much for watching. What was your favorite pin from my blue binder? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you guys have any other Disney Channel pins or random pins that I don't have, send me a DM on Instagram, because I'm getting a couple DMs from you guys, and I'm loving seeing what I don't have. Someone was messaging me random Rapunzel pins that I don't have, and I was like, wow. There was one that I'd never seen before, and I was like, wow, I really need that one. So definitely let me know if you guys have any pins that I don't have, especially if you have the Troy and Gabriella soda fountain pin, because I need this one. I need this one to complete my collection. So if you have it and it's just sitting around, please send it to me, because it would fill the hole in my heart, and it will make me very happy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week with another pin video. Bye!